Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're doing an RBG video. The same thing with this one is I went to reset my Streamlabs and I didn't even notice, but yeah, my bitrate's definitely low in this one, so my quality's pretty garbo, but it's all fixed now. So that was a sketchy one. But yeah, basically what has happened in this one was actually really insane. It's actually a really close game. I honestly thought we were gonna lose, which we should have. If we got a lot of lucky caps. These guys were actually they were actually decent. Like they were good for the CR. Like we're playing a 1600 and they're playing like it's a 2300 game. Like they have peelers and they have everything while we're just a YOLO team spamming in instant chat trying to get somebody to peel. So off the bat, every time a boomy rogue is in stealth, that means they're gonna be hitting almost every single time always. By now, the boomy would have been in market. He would have been at market. So I actually call it. So as you can see, I call it. So it's called, which means when somebody sees that, they should go peeling. Anytime somebody's solo sitting and somebody says rogue and boomy are in stealth, you need to have one floater for each base, or maybe have one floater in general for one of the bases. So this guy calls an ink, and I don't know why he keeps spamming it because the rogue boomy is on me, so I don't know who's even on him. So I call it out again. So the smoke bomb strat, as soon as he gets sapped, he needs to blades me. So I keep spamming it. I look on the map, nobody's coming. And it's kind of sketch. So it was too late by the time anyone like was here. So I eat shadowy dome, so the rogue can't instantly blind me. And kind of sucks. So he blinds me. I had to trade trinket here. So if I don't trade trinket, I could have trinketed instantly, but he could have sapped it. So I had to keep typing so somebody can get here. They just stun me and I die instantly because he's playing Convoke. So I die. They get the flag because my guy that tried to peel didn't get there in time. And they had this HVAC kept like I don't know. He kept playing weird. Like he was hitting bases and he was peeling the bases as a healer, which is like really bad, especially when we need him in team fight. It should have been like the hunter, anybody else but the HVAC. Honestly, the rest of Druid probably would have been better to send than a HPAL would. Druid's way faster. It doesn't do anywhere near as much as a healing as an HPAL can do, especially. So here I blind, he needs to cap. He gets root beamed, so I see it. He gets a good blind off my blind though, so thankfully he knew that how to do that. We get the cap. I was gonna just let him sit it, but knowing him, he's gonna get capped on. So I was like, "Yo, can you? Yeah, Uh, so in this situation, when you know you're gonna lose team fight, like we should always lose team fight here because they outgear us by a mile. So what we should have done is knowing that I can just cap bases. They need to sit the hunter in the tank and then let me hit. Our hunter has on my HP, which means he's not gonna do much damage. He's not that useful in team fight. So he needs to be sitting in the base. I need to be hitting bases. So then I'm keeping the rogue boomy not on bases. As you can see, he leaves me again. So I literally tell him again that the Boomy is going to be coming with the Rogue, and they do exactly that. And I think they cap again. Let's see. So literally, as you can see, he's already starting to come over here, and I call it. But as you can see, nobody, they're already here again, and I called it. So the second time, I knew they were going to come. So I call it again. As you can see, nobody's coming. I had spam and trade chat so one person can see it. This is what happens when you're not in voice. And usually I don't even type. I usually say ink. If nobody comes, then all well. But I'm so tired of like losing every single game. It's so just annoying. Waiting for an hour for a queue just to lose. I actually sapped this guy in Shadowy Duel. So that's pretty nutty. So here, this is actually really good. I don't want him to get the cycle. He should be able to get sapped here. I don't know why he's in combat. He should not be in combat in this situation. I was like 12 seconds of him doing nothing. He should not have been in combat. That was dumb. So he does the same thing. I actually get the vanish off, I think, in time. I kick the Voke and I still will get one-shotted. So he just clicks his star and I get 2-tap because he's Convoke. So even if he only gets 0.1 of a second off, he's getting the rest of those. So and he's from Cool Thalos or whatever, so PvE server, so you already know. This guy is definitely a sketchy one. So yeah, we do kill him really good. So yeah, that's what happened there. And basically, what we need to do is the hunter should be sitting, like I said. The hunter should be sitting, but he doesn't. I mean, nobody really read the chat, and the leader didn't really say anything the entire game. Like he did, he said like the starting game, and then just said nothing the entire time. And then again, the H-Pal was just trying to hit bases and peel, which is like really bad for an H-Pal to do, unless we already have three bases. So in this situation, I think they have a tank sitting here. I'm pretty sure they have a tank sitting here, and as a tank, you should never be able to get capped on, especially when you can just skin and get uh, free whatever it's called, so you can't be CC'd. It's like the most broken thing. You can be stunned, and then you also get sleep, or you can just sleep whenever you want, even if you're sapped. So you're basically as a tank. If you get capped on, just don't play tank again because it should be physically impossible. You click incarn, you have somebody peel, and you cannot lose. Incarn should be like 15 seconds. It's not. It should not be 30 seconds. That is dumb. Because by the 30 seconds, anyone can peel you. One person just needs like you should never get capped on. It's just not possible. Like not anymore. It used to be whenever it wasn't that broken, but now it's just yeah, you're not capping on a tank unless like you're facing bad players. That's just how it goes. That's just how it be and how it do. Like if it's a regular boomy, you can cap on, but no tanks. There's just no way. So at this point, you see that they have three. Now you have a few options. Now as you can see, I think the HPL tells me to sit Corey for some reason, and he's just clueless. There's three people at. Actually, no, I don't think he says it right now. I think it's down the road in this video. This guy was really annoying. So this druid has the great idea of coming with me as a tank, which is super bad. Any good players off this, which I think they do it once, is the tank just comes for no reason. I don't know why he came over, I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of just, he said, wait for me. Why? They have two here. So as soon as they have two, he needs to go back. He needs to be at Shrine right now. Instead, he comes over here when I say there's two. So he sees that there's two, because obviously if he just looks who's attacking me. And the druid's over here. So as you can see, I PLO, and they also have three on me now. So I have two. I have a druid, a hunter, and I think I have a priest that comes. And as you can see, the druid's still here. He's sitting here. I don't know what he's doing. So he's still here. So any good players will see the ghost. Thankfully, he didn't open at least. If he opened, then we would have been screwed. So he doesn't open. If he had opened, then they would have saw it, because they do it once this game. I don't know when it is, but they do it once. Or maybe it was the last game. I don't know. So we basically go to another base. They actually have they have peeling down. They have everything down. We actually get a really lucky win here. They mess up by not paying attention to our lock. So we had a lock and we have a druid that go hit ruins, and apparently they only have one sitting there for like a while. For like at least 40 seconds or 30 seconds, nobody was there. Like they had nobody peeling. So the one time they screw up because they got too cocky thinking they were gonna win, they just lose. So we end up winning this, which we probably if they just didn't get cocky, they would have won because they played really really good. They had perfect peeling, everything. So I tell them times two sit everything, which means you sit two at everything, one at farm, one at market, one at quarry, or whatever other bases you have. Once you have two at each, you're gonna have the rest floating, maybe have half of the rest sit, just float. So the rogue boomy's in stealth yet again, which usually means every like almost always it means either the boomy's gonna open soon, he's gonna be in team fight, or the rogue boomies are gonna hit. It means one of the two. So we're just sitting at farm and we're just waiting. And I think the boomy goes in team fight. If you actually pre-target him on BGE, I think it shows you. So like if I click the boomy right now, when the boomy opens, it'll auto tell me when he opens. Because it did that once. I'm like 100% sure. So we're gonna go quarry. He actually, as you can see, the H-Pal is going quarry right now, which is super bad. So as you can see, he's playing the H-Pal strat, which is hit bases. He tells me not to hit, but it's bad. I don't know why he even hit. So now they have time to peel somebody over to quarry. If he had not done that, I could have had enough time maybe to get him. Because I actually get every button. By the time they get somebody to peel over here, it's almost halfway through his cooldowns. So if he had not come here, I might have had a chance to get it. But since he came here, they already had time to basically switch everybody out and have the rep peel or whatever they peeled. So I start capping with the bomb. He actually opens. I think he actually forgets to stun me. We actually get trinket. We get incarn instantly. So and then we get BM as well. So we get every cooldown. So every single cooldown of the game. And since we were losing bases like back to back, it's like we either get 4 bases or we lose because we were just losing bases instantly. Nobody could hold the bases because like nobody peeled in time for the rogue boomy, so they just got like see as you can see, they just hit base and they instantly got it. So they get farm because they boomy DH'd it, and nobody saw the DH going to farm. So as you can see, by the time I get every cooldown, he just gets a rat ear, so I can't do anything. Basically, that's a wrap with this base. So now we have to get farm back or we have to get 4 to win. Because as you can see, the Boomy Rogue's just going to keep hitting and they're going to keep stealing the bases. And there's no way, even if we times 2 set it, somehow somebody will screw up and they'll get one-shotted. So I thought you could snap their sleep, but you actually can't. So they can sleep through any cooldown in the game. So they're getting free CDs back, which is broken, but that's the game. So as you can see, they actually get runes here. So I was about to type something, but then I was like, oh, well, never mind. So we get 4. Insane. So the Druid lock actually just clutched up like insanely because they didn't peel. They instead of peeling the ret to quarry, he should have peeled it to ruins, knowing that there's 2 there, and they didn't peel anybody until like last second. But then we got the cap. So I see that they're ghosting, and thankfully I saw it, and the leader didn't call it out, and I just saw it myself. So as you can see, their druid was actually smart, and he saw that they were ghosting. Look at their druid. So had I not went straight to ruins, he actually would have got there in time. He would have got the cap, and we probably would have lost. We definitely would have lost. So as you can see, the druid has full dots on him, so he can't re-stealth. We're just gonna get on him. I was gonna wait till he got to the cap, just in case like he had a rogue with him that was gonna try to fast cap it. So instead of looting, I just instantly go to the flag, just in case the rogue's there. And we're gonna grab reset, and then basically we just hold shrine until the end of the game. Hopefully that nobody loses their base. I think the druid loses his base like last second. By then it's like we're at 14 and they're at like 1100, so and we have 3 bases left. So it's kind of just GG. They actually have one more chance to get me. If they boomy rogue me, they can get it. Pretty simple. But we have 4, so they'd have to get a 4 cap to win at this point for us to lose. Since they screwed up the ruins. So as you can see, I see the rogue there, so I try to get him out. I failed miserably. So there, the rogue should have instantly sat me and then went for the cap. He actually could have got trinket and then blinded my trinket. But I don't think he had the fast reaction time. I don't think he probably went to go get the reset, I'm pretty sure. I think instead of going for the stab on me, he went for the reset, which is good, but bad at the same time, because now I can just sit and stealth and wait for him. And then as soon as the rogue starts capping again, I'm going to call in incoming the shrine, and basically we just win the game. Because I have so many peel and the rogue has no chance. So I'm kind of AFK for a second, and basically I call the ink while he's sapped, and we basically win the game. The druid loses the, I don't know why, but the druid like came out and he started like healing himself or something. So he died because he came out of form. So I see who's on him, so he's saying help, 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 all that goody stuff. The This rogue is really tempted. So I tell them not to overcommit. So if I only have 1 here, I only need 1 other teammate. I don't need like 3. Because they said, oh, I'm coming, and they were going to send like 3. So if it's only 1 person, you usually only need to send 1, like almost every time. I would never overcommit. And I look at the tank just spams help. Like we didn't see it the first time. And he comes out of stealth here, or look at this. He goes for a cyclone for some reason. So he goes for a cycle and then instantly dies. And it's basically GG anyway, 6 seconds left. And there it is. GG's, boys. I'll see you guys next one. And that's a wrap. That's a GG, no research.